Okay, so today we're going to try to make some gunpowder, and I've been trying for a while, and I realized the problem is that I was using this stuff. You don't want to use this stuff. This is a sodium metabisulfate in there. So one of the viewers pointed out to me, thank you. I assumed it was potassium nitrate, and it was not. And so, well, quickly here, the formula for gunpowder is about 12% sulfur, 13% carbon, and 75% potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate. And we're going to use potassium nitrate, I believe that's what this is. And just making the chemical simple, since 12% is almost 13%. It's almost 1 to 1 to 6. So I'm going to try to just simplify the formula. It'll make it a little bit less efficient if it's not exactly that, but it should be fine. And well, let's take a look over here. This is my bag. I had to buy a whole big bag of Kingsford. So hopefully this works out. And here's a briquette. And we'll start with that. And I'll just zoom in on the scale. We got a scale here. Remember, chemistry is all measured in moles. Moles are related to the weight of a chemical compound. That's the most accurate way to measure it, because you can't be sure how densely it's packed if you try to measure it out by volume. And we have our scale zeroed, and I'm just going to use some pair of dikes here to nibble off some of this charcoal. Hopefully get about 1 gram of it. Maybe I'll go 0.1 gram. Wow, this is really getting to be a lot of... Not seeing any change in the weight. Maybe I should have made sure the scale was torn before I do this. Let me just pour this in here, and I'll try to tear the scale. When you tear the scale, what you do is you re-zero it to that point. Hit the tear button. Okay. And let's re-measure this stuff. 0.3. I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm going to do 0.5, I guess. So I guess the scale wasn't torn, it drifted. So we'll make about 0.5 grams of this stuff. See if it works. 0.4. Okay, there's 0.5 grams of that. And let's pour this into our, we have a mortar and pestle here. It's probably the best way to grind stuff up. And we'll pour our carbon into there. And the next thing we're going to do is some sulfur. And we have our sulfur here. I show in one of my videos how to make this sulfur from stuff you can buy from, I think it was from Lowe's, one of the two. And so let's just, oops, put way too much on. Okay, normally you don't want to put the chemicals back in. Probably if I scoop it off the top, it'll be okay though. You don't want to contaminate your original supply of chemicals, so it's bad practice to stick the chemicals back in. But I'm working on a shoestring budget here, and I can always make more of this, I guess. Okay, so that's about 0.5. So let's take our 0.5 of sulfur, and we will pour that into our mortar and pestle. And so, okay, here's stump remover, and this should be potassium, or yeah, this should be potassium nitrate. So let's, I think what I did last time was I poured a bunch into this cap, because it was easier to, it's kind of deep down in there, it's hard to get it out. I'm going to clean this off because I don't want to contaminate my chemicals more than absolutely necessary. Okay, and so 6 times 0.5 is about 3 grams of this. So let's try scooping this out. 0.8, 1.2, 0.6, 1.8, 1.9, 2, 2.3, 2.4, maybe I'll start using a little scoop, 2.7, 2.9, 3.0. Okay, there we go. So there is 3 grams of that. Okay, now let's put that also into our mortar and pestle. So let's take a look here. There's our chemicals down there. Okay, and the way this thing works, you can stick this, I forget which is which, I think this is the pestle. You stick it to the mortar, and you can just grind away, keep on grinding it until it all gets mixed uniformly and ground up into tiny little bits. And then we'll go test it out and see if this stuff works. Yeah, I've been trying for about a month to get this to work, and the problem was I was using stump out instead of stump remover. Okay, so we grind this around. Let's grind this up. Okay, it's starting to look more of a gray color. Make sure all the big chunks are ground up. And I wasn't sure before. I thought maybe the carbon from the Kingsford wasn't good, so I ordered some expensive stuff. Yeah, I'm going to try the cheap stuff again with the stuff I'm sure is potassium nitrate. And if that doesn't work, we'll try the other type of carbon, see if it makes a difference. Okay, so it's starting to look kind of more grayish, like gunpowder's supposed to look. Okay. Okay, we'll grind that up a little bit more, and then we'll try lighting it on fire. Okay. Okay, so here we have our final product here, and it's looking pretty much uniform. Let's try dumping this out on the ground. We'll see how this burns. Okay. Okay, let's see, it's right here. Make sure we got that in focus. And there we go. So I guess that worked. So that formula does work. Yeah, you can set that off with just a match or something. Okay. Anyway, we'll have to make some more of that. This is Dr. Janes, and thanks for watching.